Good morning and welcome to Legally Speaking with attorney Antoinette Osborne. This program is for information purposes only. If you need legal advice, you can contact me, Antoinette Osborne, at 718-502-9137. That's 718-502-9137. The office focuses on divorce, immigration, bankruptcy, real estate, and estate matters. We also do eviction proceedings. There is a second office in Jamaica, West Indies that focuses on legal representation if you are seeking to buy or sell property in Jamaica, or if you're looking to wrap up an estate. You can also pose questions this morning in the live, or if you so desire, you can call in. I will take your call at 718-502-9137. You can also text your question to 718-502-9137. As a reminder, for the Christmas holidays, the office will be closed from December 22nd, and we reopen January 2nd. So this morning, I actually wanted to focus on a recent change that came down with regards to the removal of conditions. And that is for people where you received a green card and it is for a period of 2 years. And the reason some people will get a 2 year and some people will get a 10-year green card when it's based on marriage is that for people who you have been married for less than 2 years at the time of the marriage, then because of the Marriage Fraud Act and the complaints by US citizens to Congress that people were just using people for a green card, what has happened is they brought in this statute because they want to try and eradicate people using people for papers. So for those of you who you have your 2-year green card, this is a conditional status, meaning if you're unable to remove the conditions, you are no longer a green card holder. And this card is a crucial card because timing is important. Now, one of the recent changes that they have updated their manual, and I'll tell you what happened to one of my clients. He was married, he got the 2-year green card. However, by the time it was to remove the conditions, the relationship had broken down and unfortunately did not work out. So he never removed the conditions and he moved on with someone else. They eventually got married, and we filed the application based on the marriage to the new spouse. When we had gone into the interview, the officer was like, he approved the marriage, but he said his hands were tied for issuing the green card, which I found very strange. And we were in there and we were battling back and forth that, this is not the way, because my interpretation was if the green card has expired, then your status is terminated. And he should have been able to adjust with the new spouse. However, the officer was like, no, that's not the way how we do it. He has to get his status terminated. And I said it was an automatic termination because if the card has expired, he has not removed his conditions, which you are required to do when you have the 2-year green card, then his status is terminated. Anyway, so the officer did not agree with me and kindly denied his case. So here it is now. We have to go and we have to apply to remove the conditions, right? He had absolutely minimal documents. And just looking at the documentation, I just knew it was going to get denied. However, the main aim was to get a termination, right, for it to be denied. But one of the dangers with these 751 denials is that they are under a strict instruction. Once your case is denied or you fail to apply, to send your file over to ICE for removal proceedings. And nobody wants to be in removal proceedings, right? So in any event, we applied, and of course it got denied. You never have nothing. Anyway, after it got denied, here comes the rule now that they are now using the interpretation that I was arguing with the officer. This is the way it should be. And so we reapply now with the wife her relative petition was approved. And ultimately, his green card got approved. So now here it is that they are updating their manual. This really should have been done a long time, because a strict interpretation of the statute, for me, it's a plain reading. Once the date has expired, you have failed to remove your conditions, it's automatic, its status is terminated. This is different from a 10-year green card, where if you have failed to renew it, you are still a green card holder. Because when you have the 10-year green card, it's unless you give up that green card or a judge terminates your green card, then you continue, even though the card expires, to be a permanent resident. There's emphasis on the permanent. This is not the case with the conditional green card. So, good morning, Daphne. Good morning, Suzette, Felicia, Sunshine in Tampa, Michelle, Madge. Good morning. So, they're now updating their policy manual, which is now great. And what they're trying to do is they have basically implemented that if it is that you have failed to remove your condition, then fortunately, what is happening is, and you get married to someone else after your 2-year green card has expired, that new spouse, without you having to apply to remove the conditions, you are able to apply for a green card as a result of the application filed by the new spouse, that relative petition being approved without you going to remove the conditions. And I have done this on a few occasions, and I am just so grateful, because sometimes you are in these marriages and what happens is it really doesn't work out, for whatever reason, you end up getting a divorce. So they have now updated their manual to say that regardless that you have failed to remove your condition, they are in fact going to allow you to, if you meet somebody else, because people move on with their life, right? And I tell anybody this: whenever I divorce someone, I will say to them, all right, so go to the divorce done. May I fly the gate? This is the new man visa. Yeah, come on, why you move on with your life? I want you to find somebody new, right? Life is precious. We don't know what tomorrow holds. And one of the things, as long as you don't pick up crosses, right? I have absolutely no control after I have been able to successfully complete your divorce, who you're going to pick up. But I would encourage anyone. We're human beings. We are social. We have to move on with our lives. Find someone that makes you happy. And I think people will stay in these marriages, whether it's for convenience, you really want the person health insurance, or that person is actually paying most of the bills, so you really can't make it on your own. Or some people just stay because in a divorce, there is what is called in New York equitable distribution. So that means that the property that was acquired during the marriage up until the filing subject to division. Yeah, and this is not always equal. Equitable don't mean equal, but certain factors are taken into account. And some people, after they have invested so much, they really don't want to lose their assets. And unfortunately, this is why some people will remain in these marriages where it's just not working out. But sometimes convenience causes, or people just remain in these marriages because of the children, not realizing the children. Some of the kids wish you would go your separate ways because it is horrible to be living with the both of you in the house constantly fighting. Anyway, so people with a 2-year green card, this, I don't want you to take this lightly. This green card is not a play thing, right? As island people, we like to be complacent. I'm encouraging you, if you have a 2-year green card, do not be complacent with this. It makes absolutely no sense, right? So please don't forget to like, share, and if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, so we want to look at when information reaches to immigration that your marriage is fraudulent. You could have a friend and you really disclose your business. And if you are engaged in this sort of marriage and they are able to determine the marriage is fraudulent, you're going to be subject to a 204C bar, right? And if you're in removal proceedings, you could apply for a waiver. But not being in removal, your case is going to get denied unless you're going to have some form of new evidence to show that the marriage is in fact a bona fide marriage. Dog name your supper. Yeah. And what you'll find is some officers, when they realize that this don't make no sense, let's get real. Your answers are such, you don't know which public transportation hub is close to your house. That makes absolutely no sense. I don't care if you drive. You must know what is a public transportation close to your house, right? Simple things, birthdays, date of marriages, siblings. You'd be surprised. People don't know this. And anyone who gets involved with someone, you should know that person's criminal history. Yeah. And you would be surprised because people really do not like to discuss their transgressions in life. But when you're going before the government, because when you go to immigration, you are going before the government. It is a federal entity. It is a government entity. When you're going before the government has access to your spouse's criminal history. So the fact that you don't see the US citizen getting fingerprinted, their rap sheet is at the government's disposal. So I'm going to encourage you, and this is also, take immigration out of it. If you are looking to build a life with someone, because you have to understand that criminal history affects your ability to get certain types of jobs, especially when you want to work with the state or the federal government. This is going to affect you. New York just recently enacted, I believe it's called the Clean Slate Act, where after I think 8 years, they're sealing these felonies. And I think possibly after 3, I'm not sure, you guys can look it up yourself. After 3 years, they are sealing the misdemeanor. But if it is that you are dating someone and they have been arrested, I sincerely believe that this is something you should know. Somebody get arrested for a little, and I'm taking immigration out of this, a little assault, and the circumstances, it never include domestic violence. Cause certain time people will just come here, you really have to defend yourself. And if the DA don't find it is self-defense, but really it is self-defense, that's different. I think as women, you have to watch out for sexual offenses involving minors or even adults. I think if I had gone out with someone and I discovered this, that would be the end for me. Can't speak to someone else. Other people are very open. But when it comes to minors, especially, no, big man, you're a pedophile. To each his own, but I'll tell you this: once the removal application is approved, then what happens is you get your 10-year green card, right? And you can move on to the citizenship after that. Hi, Amarildo. Good morning, Amarildo. Last week I accused you of trying to rush people of going to Canada. It was not you, it was Ronald. Please accept my apologies. Yeah, nobody really wants to. Who is going to Canada? Yeah, some of the Canadians are running over here, yeah? All right. Now, I'll tell you what happens to you once this application gets denied. And just tuning in, don't forget to like the live. Don't forget to share the live. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. You can also text your questions to 718-502-9137. All right, so someone texted, my friend's daughter who is in the army is filing for her mother who got deported after doing time for drugs. Then how is she going to adjust? She has to have good moral character. And if that disposition does not change, unless it's one single act of possession for marijuana, how is it going to happen for her? Please let me know how it works out. All right. Now, once this application is denied, pure cross is in your life, right? Why? First of all, you have a card that is no longer valid. And currently, these applications are taking sometimes up to 4 or 5 years. Yeah. And what is happening is during this time, sometimes the marriages break down. So now your joint petition is no longer valid, as you do not have a spouse where your marriage is subsisting. So now you need to change your application and file as a divorced spouse. It's crazy, right? But it gets denied. It's not the end of the world, but it becomes a little bit tricky when you are placed in removal proceedings. So now it is that you are looking to get the 10-year card whilst you're in deportation. And that sometimes is not the prettiest of things, especially if it does not work out, right? So the other aspect to this is immigration is required once your case is denied. Some people, they get away with it and they are not placed in removal proceedings. But unfortunately, some people, they do get placed in removal proceedings. So they are now battling it out in removal, right? Good morning, Flavia. Yeah, so yeah, you're in court and your application is now before the judge. This application is a serious, I keep emphasizing because I want it to sink in. This application is not play. It is a serious application. I want you to take it seriously. I want you to meet the deadline to file. It is so important. Yeah. Because your application gets denied, you're now in removal proceedings. So let's look at some of the reasons why your application for the removal of conditions will get denied. You get a fingerprinting notice, right? And this is why it's so important. I would encourage anyone who has a pending application, create a USCIS account, because these notices actually come into the account. So you, and unfortunately, some people, you live in some places where you can't stand the landlord can't stand you, or you and another tenant fall out, and people tamper with your mail. Or it could be that you just don't get the mail. So you miss the date. All of a sudden your application is getting denied because you never show up for your fingerprint notice. And that is just absolutely ridiculous. And this is why sometimes it is really beneficial to have an attorney, because when you don't get the notice or you're not paying attention, your attorney gets your notice. And I know for me, with my clients, we reach out and we send them written notification, and we also remind them, because the importance of your immigration application, just having your fees go down the drain because you failed to attend to your fingerprint notice, that's nonsense. And you have to, when you have an application pending, I can't encourage you enough, watch your mail. Get familiar with your mail lady. Yeah, me get a new mail lady. She's so nice, and so was my prior one. My mail lady, I'll give me Christmas present. Yeah, I want to. Oh no, sir. Someone are too dry and tough and selfish. Get to know the people who carry vital information to you. Yeah, that should be a very good friend. So I'll tell you, as I tell anybody, in COVID time, my mail lady was like a superstar. She knows how we lock down. She keep a mail, you know. She called me, Antoinette, just let me know when you want me to bring the mail for you. Yes. And if I live good with people, some on our crosses, and it never happen for you in America. Oh no, after, because sometimes you restrict yourself to your friends. Get to know new people, because it is your friends and your family sometimes who will fail you. And you would be amazed at the blessing a complete stranger sometimes bring to your life. Yeah, enough time there at this place, a complete stranger bless me. And when people bless you, only for bless back people. Yeah, don't be crosses, yeah? All right. So morning June, morning Ronald, rent a government PO box. Me don't know people pocket Ronald, so me not really tell people for take on unnecessary expense. And I'll tell you this, immigration is really under orders not to deliver your mail to a PO box. Yeah, they really want an address. Yeah. So it is what it is. I had a client where she was annoyed because she was like, oh, she changed her address to the PO box and she not getting her mail. From who? From them? Anyway, you don't show up for your interview, and this, I'll tell you what happens to people. It's the interview cup now, right? and they are there. And then them spouse all of a sudden say them nah go. So them get bummy now. What am I gonna do? Your spouse has clearly indicated that they are not going to the interview. And I'll tell you this, some of you are in your homes with your spouse and una na behavior, una style on a spouse. I remember one of my clients, he came in for a divorce and he had to contact his wife. And the way how she was loud, because he didn't have her on speaker, but I could hear her. And the way, oh, this woman so loud with her thing. I mean, so disrespectful. And this is somebody who has been married for years. And I'm saying, if you've been going through this, let me talk to you like dog, don't care. Just so disrespectful. I'm saying, imagine when you and she they warm, big man, you must feel it. Yeah, man. When me tell you, say she leaves him. And I hears him I go through and I hold on. Time now want to walk out. Yeah? And some people, as soon as them feel say the kids all them are gone, leave you, you come home to an empty apartment. And island people want to understand. When you're in a marriage, you're supposed to work together. When you're in a marriage with somebody and you hear them, oh, when I do this and I do that. Yes, some marriages, me can you sit down in my office, me know who going to fail and who going to make it. Yeah. Because when you speak that it is us. Yeah. Most of the men I know, where especially when they come in and they're happy, you know. Well, you know, Antoinette, I really have to discuss this with my wife. We have to make a decision and I'll let you know. Yeah. And are you one, you're not there by yourself? But some people, they don't get it. And some of you are in marriages, the side girl, I make the decision for you. You see, you in the house, I catch house color. You really don't know what's going on in your marriage. And you're just there as props. Because some of you spouses are in your marriages, you're just props, right? You're just there facilitating what is on a piece of paper. The marriage certificate says you're a spouse, so that's the role you're having. You're really just props, right? You don't really have no talk in your marriage. Some of you are in homes and your man meal, you know, come at the yard. You have no idea what's going on in his life. Really and truly, some people are just biding the time to remove themselves out of your life. Yes, and that go on and some people also. It's serious like that, then just a wait. And them a plan for you. You know, I had a friend, he's friends with both spouses. So he might keep two people secret. And unknown to each spouse a plan for divorce the other. And him there, they like, me don't know. You have to shut him out. What can he say? He's not betraying one or the other. And he just sit down like Patu. I say him, I listen, I say him, I have to shut him out. Because the question is, who going to meet this race first and win? Who have a file first? Because the two of them, they're in the house together and they have a plan for each other. No, sir. So him there now like him in a chair or eat popcorn because this is exciting. Yeah, excitement this. I don't know how to tell you. Complete excitement. Life is precious. And I really don't think people understand. You are able to get up this morning. Give God thanks. That's the first thing you should be doing. Yeah? First thing. Then, if you're married, or if you have a partner, I want to know, when I cock up in a house with man and then marry you. What? You're fat and fall for mongoose? Remember me tell you you're fat and fall for mongoose. oftentimes I'll tell you what happens. He is in the house with you for years. Now marry you. And that man walks out after him left you. And within a year, marry somebody else. So girl, go and cook, clean and quint and don't get your reward on earth. Yeah, because you're sure you're not going to get it in heaven. Isn't that fornication, my sister? Dry your eyes. So, no. Nobody shows up for the interview, your case is going to get denied. And this is one of the reasons that your case will get denied. Because as far as immigration seat, you have abandoned your file. Yeah? So just be very proactive. If you are in a relationship and your spouse decides, because you're someone who's supposed to, then we tell you no. Me never file nothing with your girl. Yeah. Oh, I hear waste man. Waste man, you think me, you will get papers off of me? Waste man, them not file nothing for you. So you should be gearing yourself that you know you need to file for a divorce. But don't nobody do the divorce so quick. Yeah. No, sir. Highly suspicious. Within the first 2 years of getting the card, you are divorcing. You must have a plausible reason. Yeah? Probably you're a victim of domestic violence. Because not even immigration wants you to stay in that marriage and suffer abuse. Yeah? It takes a village to raise a child. And I'm hoping, and I'm really praying that the village is telling you that this is not the way. If it is that you are in a relationship with somebody, like my head me cross. And me personally, I grew up in a domestic violence home. So me can see the signs. Yeah? So, me see that you'll never see me again. Me's a serious girl. I want you to be serious in your relationship. You are supposed to be investing in your spouse or partner. But watch out now, fat and fall for mongoose. Yeah? I don't think some of you realize sometimes you're in these relationships, it's not making sense. Yeah? You're not supposed to be in a relationship and your marital funds are sustain another house. Ooh. So two people you have fattened? No, man. Wise, you must be greedy. Absolutely. I remember I was representing this gentleman. And he walk out on his marriage. And me and him must sit down in a court. And the wife said, oh, me? You think me and we have nothing? For that girl that get it, because she don't know about the girl. For that girl that come enjoy what me work for a dead fuss. Hey! My sister, is it that serious? Yeah, it's serious. Because after years of sewing, she can't make another girl reap. Yeah. One of the quickest ways I see women are looking to leave, probably them have them new man too. So them want to get rid of you. So them wear certain things. Hey, you take a girl and your wife, she not move on. She not have nobody. She going to be a worst nightmare. Remember, I tell you, she have all the time for you and your new girl. Yeah, man. She going to make your life a living hell. Sometimes I have to tell my client, them say, yo, you mad? We are just and go, oh, you feel me not care, oh, you're happy. You're divorced. Make she see you're miserable. Oh, you have to look like you are starved. You are, yeah, man, them want to see that because them want to see you mash up. Oh, you want sobriety in that house and you're happy. No, sir. Who guide you? You don't know. Yeah, man. Sometimes you can all drop a little tear. I want to know. I don't know for this, yeah. Morning, Rosemary. Yeah. So Amarilda says, so how him such close both? I don't understand your question, Amarilda. Yeah. Must I tell you how to live your life? All right. Rescheduling your interviews. I'll tell you what happens. Me na reschedule interview again. Why? You said I put in rescheduling requests. I all appear upon the day and put it in with my medical report. Yeah. All of a sudden notice a decision denied. Oh, I may appear and ask put it in with the clerk at the front and tell them send me a request, an adjournment, ask you for reschedule. That come easier when you reschedule your fingerprint. Is when it come to your interview. Oh, all of a sudden, on X date you filed your I-751. On X date you were scheduled for an interview. You failed to appear. And what you know say? Yeah, somebody do it. The other day my client, Antoinette, we can reschedule where put on your clothes and come and make God give you a favor. Oh, no girl. Me not do them something there. Me not do it. Yeah, me not reschedule. Try come. Yeah. Me not know. Another way you think can get denied, your marriage no bona fide. It no good. For those of you who are just tuning in, don't forget to like the live. Welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe as well. Oh, I'm to your marriage no good again. Yeah. I'll tell you this. If it is determined that your marriage is not bona fide, I'm going to tell you. You're in there, the officer suspects him separating one time. And during this time, often he's saying to the citizen, if this marriage is not bona fide and it comes to our attention that you have engaged in a fraud marriage, you can face up to 5 years in prison. Yeah. And $250,000 in fine. Someone who suppose them get some bummy. You have the option right now, sir or ma'am, to withdraw your petition. Oh, pass the paper. Quick. Give me the pen. Yeah, man. So you as an immigrant, you come in now. And you hear you're going to get a decision in a mail. Sometimes they don't even tell you right there and then. Say your spouse withdraw the petition. Me no know, because probably you not go back home in the same car. Them no want an accident. But this is what can happen. So, me as a girl, me prefer me pick up a man. I know that Negro is my ride or die. Yeah. Who not pick up some fake people in our life? As little hardship come, them gone. When I go with them biscuit there? When I go with them dry crackers? Look at hardship coming in your marriage, them gone. Them man, you have some men who will tell you, I tell you this. One day this gentleman come in my office and bigger man for me. I'm seeing wife. PP clock behind him. I said to myself, Lord, this woman look faithful. But me never know how faithful this woman was. The man was probably close to 70s. And the woman looked like she in her 60s. And the man come in at my office and say he's filing for a 10-year-old child. So me I said, backside. Hey, my sister, are you Sarah? Yeah. And I said, how old is this child? 10. So the man walk out upon him wife. So me turn to the lady now and me say, I said, me not getting a people business because when two head knock pillow. Yeah, sometimes my friend them call me for advice. Me don't want advise you. Because you know me cross. And when you get back together, you got here. Antoinette did tell me, you not call my name. Goody, you not call my name. So I turned to the lady now and I said, how long have you been married? One proudly, 35 years. And I sit down here. And I think to myself, lady, you married for 35 years. And this man have a 10-year-old picnic. And him still alive? I saw me I think something, but me not. But me not say nothing. It's not my business. But I'll tell you this, you going ahead. Ladies, when you are in removal or if you have an immigration filing, my sister, hey, close your legs up. What is this? You are filing an application and you're having children for somebody other than your husband. Is this miracle? This is a clear. I don't know who a guy do know. Who a prips you know. Close your legs up. You're having children for men who are not your husband. No, sir. That's a clear fraud indication. Yeah. Me no know. I whisper on her ears. Yeah. I can't. Yeah. All right. So, good morning, Dottie. All right. So, let me tell you something. Okay. Hold on. Dottie is saying, can I, as a 70-year-old with a medical issue, sponsor my niece as a caregiver? If you have a medical issue, you're not working, or you're going to be paying for her, you have to, as a petitioner, show your ability to pay for her for an employment visa. Yeah. So let me get to this text message. I think I hear a text come through. Okay. All right. So this text says, hi, Miss Osborne. A friend got married for her papers, and after the 2-year interview, which didn't go well, she decided to divorce the gentleman because he didn't give her his tax return funds. Will she go into deportation? If the case gets denied, then immigration is under policies that they are supposed to put her in removal proceedings. But he never gave her his tax return funds. When the Nyamala tax refund, she's focusing on the penny and not the dollar. I'm going to argue with you over a refund. I look to divorce you where I'm not going to vex, I'm going to in the house with you, I'm going to vex with you because you take away the little money. But then I'm supposed to start over people focus on nonsense. Material things. That makes sense? You're gonna be angry, girl. You're in the house. You're supposed to know how to collect your pension. I'm not argue with you. I can't. Oh, I grow money. You're in that house. You're gonna get back the money. You as a woman. I mean, men not wanting to get scared now. Yeah. But you as a woman, you're in that house. You tell me you can't find a way to get back that money, girl. I will train you. No, man. Sometimes I have to talk to some. I don't really want to get to know them person because it's not my business. But yeah, woman with name. Oh, you mean you can't get back your money? Nobody argue. You know the house, you can get back that money somewhere, somehow. Lord, you must not be unlucky with them. I don't know. All right. So, marriage not bona fide. Marriage not bona fide, nothing going to go on for you. That may I tell you. If it comes to their attention that your marriage is not bona fide, yeah, I'm sorry, nothing is going to happen for you. Yeah, cause it come now. It's visible to them that marriage not good again. Oh, yeah, look benefit. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is what it is. If you go in there and you fail to establish your eligibility, and I'll tell you, let's say someone wanna get you with the first green card, and with the second green card, it comes to their attention that the marriage to the first spouse, because this wife is the second spouse, has not been terminated. You're not eligible. Yeah. These are the things that can affect your eligibility. The officer also has a discretion. People are very entitled, you know. And I had this client, she came into my office once. And she said, Antoinette, my marriage is real, you know. So, well, girl, I can't represent you unless it's real. Ooh. And it is these overconfident people. You are the ones, you know everything, but you don't know shit. So your documents are not in order because you're so pompous. Immigration doesn't live in your house. It goes by your testimony and the documents that you submit. In addition, regardless of what you submit, they do their own investigations. So don't think because you sent in certain documents, you're okay. I said to her, fine. Let me see the documents you have. And she produced her papers. Girl, your marriage don't make sense. The document shows say man not building a life with you. Go fix your life. Yeah. But it's too pompous. I don't like taking instructions. Yeah. But then you got ear some rough. Yeah. Our client, after she get her green card, she make an appointment. Let me say, oh, why she make an appointment so soon? She not ready for do nothing yet. She said, Antoinette, I have to make this appointment with you. Because I'm not like, girl, you stress me. Yeah, man, you're too rough. But I'm grateful to you. If you never did rough me off, you wouldn't understand how serious this is. Someone play too much. I play with herself and fixing a life. Yeah? And sometimes I'm glad immigration in our life. Why? Because certain things you wouldn't even know about, you wouldn't even have the interest to know about your spouse. Some people just are then just dead it. Eh? And just exist and on not live. When if you live on a marriage, sometimes when you come home when you see your spouse, the house clean, you can't get like a little compliment. Boy, babes, I'm not lie. A place so nice, it smell good. She cook dinner, you're so entitled. You can't. Boy, my wife. Yeah, address her as your wife. She work for it. Yeah. Boy, my wife, man, not lie. You put your foot in this food, yeah. Yeah. And some man, woman, the man, them get up, them put on them clothes, them look clean. You can't say I'm a good husband, or you look so nice to them, man, you know? Boost up your man. You know, do it another girl out the road. I go fatten him. Yeah, what I'm a sister in. I she like play with the man them. So she see this old man on the road. I said, well, you can't give me our bills. You're the man. You're the man. The man said, I have to ask my wife. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. I know him one in our marriage. Mr. Girl, you nah get that. She said, get what? Me say, everything with this man. I have to discuss it with my wife. Yeah. I saw if I live. You get more peace in your relationship. You stay there. You never see your spouse. You come home. Me's a sensitive person. If me live with you and there's a change in your attitude, I'm going to feel it. I'm sensitive like that. Someone come out on no spouse in the house, they might suffer. They had a bad day at work. Eh? Them probably lose them job. You come home, poop, door slam, do. Gone and do what you look for your spouse. Are you for care him? Can you see if you not do it? Good me, I tell you somebody, there's a girl out there. Man shortage time now. Me know me the man them I gotta speak. A man shortage time. Yeah. No for the man them. Them no want uno. So for the men that are left and you're married and your spouse is in that home, take care of him. Yeah. Tell him a client from Trinidad, the woman, him wife, she's sick. Nah, left her. Left who? Make your spouse have some good memories. So when you're sick, him say, Antoinette, yeah. Me tell you, say, me have to come home. Yeah? Him a clean her up when she mess up herself. Him say, Antoinette, some days me tired. It's not easy to take care of a sick person. Yeah? Him say sometime the way him have to bolt the door cause the night time she get up, she go outside. The mind not there. Someone it good now, but it's not always gonna be good. Make your spouse have a good memory of you. So if you should deteriorate in that house, because you're healthy now, life is uncertain. You don't know what the future holds. And here's a man, you see the living room chair? Rasta at time of a tie up the living room chair to the table. The woman would have put out everything outside. Someone wanna get someone them nasty. You lose it, them are moving them side gal pan you. Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, say your cousin. Yeah. Nobody no care. Man wanna do it in a life. It don't make sense. Yeah? That me a show now. Ah boy. No. It is what it is, yeah? I want to know to focus on your marriage sometimes. Focus on your kids. Boost up your spouse. Your job that. Some of them after a run go to their mama yard. Because you can't give a little encouragement. That makes sense? Yeah, so when it's time to remove the conditions, there is nobody. Him want a divorce. Him gone to Kanisha. Yeah, Kanisha smart. Kanisha realize say you're not care the man. Now the pampu tell you say sometimes people just need a little care. Yeah, you not care the man. Some gone when can get care. And for some of you, it's gonna be too late. Some of you, you're gonna come home and you're coming home to an empty house. Our client, when the woman leaves, she leave him. When she leave. She left a plate. Yeah, man, good is still knife. She left a plate. She left a knife, and she left a fork. And who a leave pot? Say a new girl can come cook. She not leave nothing for you. Yeah. That a go on in a island people household in America. Sometimes your spouse get fed up. But when you have this application, take fed up out of it. You must learn to work together. You're in the house and you're not building. Someone who is just as a spouse come a tear down. Who is coming home to that? And time I ask a brethren, I say, why it never work out? I tell the woman annoying. As him come on, knock, 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 knock. What do you think he's gonna do? And tell it out. Men have this thing where they say they're not happy. Yeah. So they're not happy. So they're gonna leave. Yeah. If you have a crisis, man, you don't care. Because if you put your documents together and him left, and your documents are persuasive enough to convince an officer my marriage was real, then you're good. Yeah? But if it is that some of you sit in this house and you haven't a clue what's going on in your life, and that's the reality of it. Your spouse doesn't have you on any benefits. Absolutely nothing. Yeah? He has health insurance. You're not on the health insurance. You will never be on the health insurance because if you should die today, he does not care. You have no documentation because he doesn't have you on his 401k. You're not listed. When you actually check who is the beneficiary, mother, then what you are doing at this house here, why the mama are the beneficiary? Why you are contribute? Yeah. Check your spouse that no, let me not create havoc in your life. If you ever check someone a spouse document, tears. The man not have you upon nothing, girl. Then why you did I contribute all them years? That makes sense? Someone in 10, 15-year marriages, when you check the man bank statement, because you have to follow your instincts. Whether you're a man or a woman, but the women, their instincts, can't challenge that. And I go through your bank account. Yeah. Mr. Girl, me look through your bank account. Because when you don't speak up, the money speak for you. You sing hotel, but wait. Goody. You never did that work this day. Hotel. Yeah, see some place. Pandy. Receipt. Oh, wow, this place sounds fancy. Wow. 5-star restaurant in Manhattan. Wow. What? Not this. When saying that it indeed going mama of Florida. You find ticket in go to the Dominican Republic? Okay. You need to wake up in your marriages. And you have to decide if it is something that is worth keeping. Probably it's fixable. But you need a bona fide marriage to remove your conditions. You need documentation that substantiates your bona fide marriage. Don't play with it. Yeah? All right. So, people with a criminal history. I had a client where me not lie, the man a superstar. Yeah, man. Some people, absolute superstars. And when I said, have you ever been arrested? So of course me head down, me I take my little notes, cause nah, oh, big deacon in a church. Look for you, you're cleaning. You're cleaner than soap. Nice. And he says, yes. But said, oh, if you ever get arrested in a your life, yeah, me must say wanted. Look for you. Eh? Oh God, I look for me. Sir, you look like we could have taken you out of the Bible. Yeah, the good part. Oh, me know something up sometimes when me here. Anthony, could I speak to you by myself? So I ask the wife to step out. Yeah, what's going on? Bob said, oh, you? I lie. Tap it. Look on you. You're so clean and nice. No, sir. Me see you upon road, me don't want to give you my answer, you can pray with me. Yeah, but it happens. You'd be surprised. Yeah, man. All right, we get through that green card. By the time to remove the condition, he call me. How you doing? Boy, Antonetta, I just need 5 minutes of your time. Why? What's wrong? Can you know I'm always vibrant? Antonetta got arrested again. What? You stop it. But this time it was some big charges. So by this time, me and his criminal attorney are in dialogue. Yeah. Because sometimes you make some mistake in life. It's not even worth it. So now we are go back academia people. It's a heavy load now. So me lean now. Yeah, me lean. God, this serious. Mr. Goody, the way all this serious. Say, God. Mr. Make sure you pray now. Come know you go to church every Sunday. Plus, yeah, Bible study on Wednesday. Make sure you pray now. This is not prayer alone. I want you fast. You have to fast with this one here. Oh God, Jesus. So we're going. Yeah, man. And we're in there. And me see the officer. First of all, she come in G crass because she don't see the disposition. But me and the criminal attorney was in dialogue. We have to know. You know how for structure them something here when you go before them people, you know. I play with it. Jesus. So the woman I like him, yeah? Yeah, man. So she want to hear the story now. And she vex. But she look pan. When me tell her, say, my client clean. Yeah, man. Wife clean. Baby clean. Him clean. Oh, God, man. I want you, man. Sunday morning you can't nicer than them in a church. Clean. So what did they know? And she crashed, she vexed. And she said, tell me what happened. And my client is always so nervous. Yeah? Because when me ask him what happened, me have to make him tell me like 10 times, we're so nervous. So me say, can't so nervous. When you go in, me understand it intimidating, but me need you to tell what happened. So anyway, she said, but sir, you're a thief. Oh, oh God. Not laugh. Yeah. Because you're thief crime. Thief crime. We get thief. So she said, give me a moment. And she got to speak to her supervisor. Because other than them two discretion, yeah, man nah lie. You know, them company news report and say he was a good boy. Yeah. Yeah, man, cause she vexed now, you know. And she said, well, I need you to get, I know where the brain I go, I know where our brain I go, right? I said, I need to see, she said, I need to see the loss to the victim. If I over $10,000 is an aggravated felony that, you know. So you go straight home. Yeah, man. No problem, me nah worry, because I don't know. I don't know what's in the record. She said, I'll send. I said, no, you don't have to send a requisition. I said, we'll go to the court now and we'll get it for you. Yeah. You have a train for going afar. Me go, yeah? Yeah. No, me did drive. So if I come back, I was 3 or 4 hours. It's all right. Cause me not carry this. Me can't drive down in the dark. Me visually challenged, but me can't do it. I will go to the court. Then hear the clerk. But weren't you just here yesterday asking for this? Huh? What? I said, he said yes. Aren't you immigration? What? No, sir. It was not us. Yeah. Get the document. We go back. God is good. His case got approved. Send me come out now. Me just did want to get past this hurdle. You can drape up time now. Cause your wife she nice, very bougie. Nah, I'm rough. When he called me, he said, boy, Antoinette, the way me afraid. Me afraid to pick up the phone and call you. But you may have to call first, cause me not call my wife with this yet. And me must dial your number about 4 times before I put it through. I said, let me tell you something. You said this shit. Don't make this happen again. Yeah? Cause everything now after this a purpose. And this is not you. Tell my client clean. But for these 2 transgressions. Yeah, sometimes you make mistake in our life. But you have to move on. Yeah? It is what it is. But him have him card, and that is what is most important. Yeah? Because we really don't want people's families to break up. Yeah. And me personally, ladies, let me tell you something. Stop running these men out of these homes. When you have, if you want, then you do what you want. You are big people. When you have these children, yeah? Stop running these men out of these homes, and you have children to raise. You can't do it by yourself. Me not care. It's rough. Any single mother will tell you it is rough to raise children. Yeah. Keep your marriages where it is feasible to do so. Some marriages cannot be maintained. But for those of you who can, I'll tell you, I file divorces, but I have sent many of people home. I will not file it. You have a stupid argument and you're running into my office like fire. They are mustn't tail. Eh? Go home. Go home. Talk it over with your spouse. Fix your life. Yeah? You are about to break up a family where it is unwarranted. Yeah? It makes no sense to me. I can't understand it. Yeah? The grass always look green on the other side. It's not always green. And I can't emphasize enough. Family is important and your family life is important. I don't care who are boosting you, because oftentimes the people that are boosting you, look at their lives. Nonsense. There's no foundation. These are the same people I am going into, a nursing home to attend, and I don't like to do that. Yeah? Only if I really don't like going into nursing homes. I particularly don't like going into hospitals. When you go into these nursing homes, there's nobody coming to visit them. They're by themselves. And it is because, or you're going into these homes and they're living alone. And it's both men and women. It's not just the men. They are living alone. There is no support system. It's because of how you treated people. And some of them, they are in the homes and they are scared. Be very careful how you treat people. Oftentimes, you will not get a second chance to rectify what you have destroyed. Yeah? Nobody's feeling sorry for your fam. You did, Chris. Yeah. All right. If your spouse withdraws the application, you have, and I'm talking your U.S. citizen spouse. If your U.S. citizen spouse withdraws the application, you can still file by yourself, whether you're a victim of domestic violence, whether or not you file on the basis that you are divorced, you can file by yourself. You yourself can also withdraw the application, but I'll tell you this, it's a one-way ticket to end up in removal proceedings, unless you're withdrawing to file on another basis. Yeah. And if some people will have an application pending and they go ahead and they file another application and there's nothing new in the application. So the officer will just ignore the second application. You haven't submitted anything new. Focus on the first application. Yeah. There's no merit to it. It's getting denied. If you submit a new application and it is different, it has different documents, then he will review it. Yeah? All right. My goodness, it is 10:19. Couldn't somebody tell me I am going over your time? All right. So, Sunshine says, do not expect perfection from anyone, as we all fall short, born in sin. Do not put anyone on a pedestal. Lower your expectations so you are not shocked when people show their imperfections as human. So true. Renard says today people are short-tempered. That's why marriages don't last long, like older people marriages. So right. So Alan says, good morning, counsel. The truth will set you free. Thanks and bless up, Alan, from Young, I think this is Yonkers. All right. So we are at the end of the show. This is a decision when it gets denied, it cannot be appealed. You can do what is called a motion to reconsider, but you can't appeal this. Yeah? All right. Now, I'll end with Sunshine, which says, if you are not a happy person, getting married will not make you happy. It will only increase your existing happiness. So create the best version of you before you look for a spouse. And I agree. And this is where we will end this Sunday. I will see you next week, Sunday. I think next week, Sunday is Christmas Eve. Thank you for joining us today. Do something with your family. It's Sunday. Take a break. By Monday, you're back in the hustle again. Yeah, crosses. Have a blessed Sunday. Take care.